Today we're in the detail garage and we're going to do a full tutorial on how to restore carbon fiber. Now one of our customers brought in this 370Z and the whole carbon fiber wing on the back is completely faded and discolored. We also noticed that the whole car had an overspray of sap from a tree being blown onto the car, and that also has an effect on the carbon fiber. So we've noticed this car has been sitting outside for a while. So in this video, we're going to go over a full restoration on how to polish the carbon fiber, how to protect it, how to get it looking good. Now, just so you know about carbon fiber, a lot of aftermarket carbon fiber pieces that you might purchase off eBay or any type of internet site isn't going to come with any type of clear coat, and this one didn't either. This carbon fiber was not clear coated from the factory. It has a gel coat, and that gel coat can degrade very quickly. So the sun has actually started to degrade, discolor, and created a thick layer of oxidation on here that we need to try and remove and then reseal the carbon fiber. Now this also has a carbon fiber lip on the front, but since it's not getting direct UV sunlight from a vertical surface, we're actually going to go ahead and concentrate on this one because the front doesn't need polishing. Now to restore this today, we're going to be using a machine. You can do this by hand, but machine's going to work great for this application. We're going to be using a TORQ 10FX dual action polisher with a 5-inch TORQ flexible backing plate. Now on the TORQ machine, we're going to be using a 5.5-inch orange Hexlogic pad, and this is going to be the perfect size to polish this wing right here because it's not going to go any overhang and it's not going to be hanging off the wing. It's going to make sure I focus all of my polishing onto one surface. Now to restore the surface, I'm going to be using the brand new Chemical Guys VSS Scratch and Swirl Removal. Now this is a new addition to the V line. It's actually designed to remove scratches and swirls in one step. So that means it's actually going to pull off any type of swirls, scratches, oxidation, contamination in one clean step without having to do 2 or 3 multiple steps to polish the surface. Once I'm done, I'm going to be applying Jet Seal to protect the carbon fiber and make sure no oxidation comes back. And I'm going to be using a microfiber applicator pad to do that as well. Now a few things to prep the surface. I'm going to be using some detail spray and a Chemical Guys medium clay bar. And I got some extra plush premium microfiber towels right here. These are some of my favorite. They have a nice micro lining to make sure that the surface isn't scratched and stays looking good. So let's first start out the surface. Now I've washed the whole car completely, but this wing, if you guys can hear that on the camera, it sounds very rough. It needs some clay bar. So I'm going to first start out with clay barring the surface. Now it's always good to clay before you start. That way you make sure you remove any residual contamination like overspray, brake dust, rail dust. In this case, tree sap. Tree sap is all over the whole entire vehicle and we need to make sure we pull it off. So I'm going to open up my brand new clay bar. This clay bar should do multiple cars, but we're just going to rip off a small piece and use it on this wing. Now when you use clay bar, you don't need to use this whole fat bar. This is a 100-gram bar. You can actually go ahead and rip off a small piece. That's all we're going to need just to do this vehicle. Always remember when you're using clay bar, take it and put it back inside the container so it doesn't get dirty. If this falls on the ground or touches a dirty area, you have to throw it away. So make sure that you always put your clay bar back in the container. Now I'm going to take my clay, roll it into a little ball, flatten it out, and then I'm going to use this to clay bar the carbon fiber surface. Now I'm going to use some detail spray. You can use clay lube as well, but detail spray is going to do a great job. Now I already feel how rough this wing is. It's really gross. But when we take off all the contamination, it's going to feel a lot smoother. It's going to help us polish the surface a lot better too. Any type of contamination that's on the wing or the spoiler or any type of paintwork before you're polishing, if it's not removed, it can interfere with the polishing and make for adverse effects. There we go. You can see we got a lot of dirt and contamination right off the clay bar. It started to turn a nice brown color. And now once we're done, we know that all that contamination is off the vehicle and on our clay bar. So now that I got that done, I'm going to take my clay bar and I'm going to put it back in the container. And we can move on to the next step. Now the next step on this vehicle would be to dry the surface and re-inspect, and then we'll go ahead and see what type of damage we're working with. So we still got a lot of heavy oxidation on the surface, and that way we're going to go ahead and polish this out using the machine polisher. So let's set up my dual action right now. Now I chose to use a dual action for this job because I don't have to worry about any type of risk of burning the paint or hurting the carbon fiber. It's going to be a very easy job to polish and it's going to go by very quickly. Now before I polish, just to show you guys a nice 50-50 difference, I'm going to take some green painter's tape. You can pick this up at any auto body supply or hardware store, and I'm going to put a piece of tape down so we can get a nice 50-50 difference of what we're going to polish. There we go. So now let's start restoring this paintwork. So I'm going to take my TORQ 10FX and I'm going to put on my 5-inch Hexlogic pad. Now this is actually a 5.5-inch Hexlogic pad. It fits perfect on the 5-inch backing plate. Now I'm going to take my VSS. Now the VSS is designed with a brand new abrasive built into the material. So it's going to cut through oxidation, it's going to cut through swirls on heavy and light paint. It's going to work on all colors, and it's going to work on OEM and aftermarket paintwork as well. So I'm going to take my VSS and I'm going to put a few dots on my microfiber or my foam polishing pad. Now I'm going to take some quick detail spray just to lube the surface and spray it on. So let's start polishing. I'm going to polish 2 areas on here, and when I'm done, we'll show the before and after, and we'll also protect it with some Jet Seal. So I'm going to turn my TORQ on. I'm going to spread it on the surface on speed setting 1. I'm going to work it into the material. Okay, so now I've done a pass. I'm going to go ahead and buff off the polish and see if I made any improvement. Now, surprisingly, we actually have made some improvement. The one thing about this carbon fiber is that it's actually gel coat. And before I started this, I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to restore the surface. But we're actually getting good restoration, so that means I'm going to make another pass with TORQ 10FX and some scratch and swirl remover and go over the whole wing, and then we'll show you the 50-50 difference. Okay, so I finished polishing a majority of the wing. I'm gonna go ahead and take my microfiber towel and buff off any excess polish. And let's show you guys the 50-50 difference on how to restore carbon fiber and what the difference looks like. So I'm gonna take my tape, grab this a little bit, we'll pull it off. And look at that difference, man. That's a big difference, guys. We were able to take the carbon fiber from looking extremely faded and extremely dull down to having that gloss back to it. And this isn't even clear coat, this is actually gel coat from the factory where it was made. So to bring back gel coat's really very difficult, but the VSS was able to cut through all the swirls, all the scratches, and the heavy oxidation and restore that carbon fiber. So I'm gonna let the camera guys get in here and show you a 50-50 difference. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab the machine. I'm gonna polish this last quarter of the spoiler, and then we're gonna show you how to protect your carbon fiber so it stays looking good forever. So we'll get some camera guys in here. We'll see you in a moment. Okay, so now I've finished our last part of the carbon fiber polishing. And I'm gonna wipe off any excess that I got. And the carbon fiber really does look a lot better. It's got that rich look again, and you can see the weave. It doesn't look all faded and discolored. So now that we fixed the discoloration on the wing, I'm gonna go ahead and protect it. Because if I leave the carbon fiber just like this, it's gonna fade, it's gonna discolor, and all the stain's gonna come back. So on top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some Chemical Guys Jet Seal. Now this is gonna give a full year of protection, and it's super easy to apply. So I'm gonna use a microfiber applicator pad to simply spread on the Jet Seal right on the carbon fiber. There we go, that was super easy. Now that ensures that our carbon fiber stays protected. Now we gotta wait 20 minutes for the Jet Seal to dry, so I'm gonna go grab a drink of water, and then we're gonna come back and buff it off and show you the results. We'll see you in a few minutes. So now we're back after 20 minutes, and our carbon fiber has dried with the Jet Seal right on top. So I'm gonna take a microfiber towel, and I'm gonna simply buff off the Jet Seal. And that way we have durable protection and a nice shine on the carbon fiber. Now that looks really good. So if you have any type of carbon fiber on your vehicle, aftermarket or OEM, you can easily use this method to restore the carbon fiber and make sure it doesn't have that faded look. Now we want your car to look good. You put a lot of time, you put a lot of money, and invested a lot of effort into making your car look the way it does. So we want you to use the right products and the right methods to restore your pieces back to original condition. Now we hope you guys like checking out the new Chemical Guys VSS Scratch and Swirl Remover and the Chemical Guys Jet Seal, which is going to protect the carbon fiber and works on all types of paints, wheels, glass, and any area outside the vehicle. Now, I hope you like this video. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and make sure to click that subscribe button because we love all the subscribers, and we also put out all these videos just for you guys 100% free. So make sure you subscribe to check out all the videos that we put out every week just for you guys. Now, hopefully we'll see you next time right here in the Detail Garage, but always remember to have fun, to stay clean, and keep on detailing.